children. Today I am going to begin new lesson number 6, pronouns. It is the next lesson according to your first term syllabus. Children, behind me you can see some sentences which I have already written. I want you to read them out. You can see the very first sentence says, my cousins are students. My cousins go to St. Joseph's School. Since we are going to see about pronouns, so if I ask you to tell me whether the first sentence is it grammatically correct or not, so what will be your answer? So I think you can easily tell me that here we need to change at some places. Where? Is it in the first part? My cousins are students. Grammatically, this first part is correct. What about the next part? My cousins go to St. Joseph's School. So, here, do you find that is it correct? No. I hope that you will quickly pick these two words, my cousins, and you will replace these two words with a new word. And what will be that new word? You will replace it with a word as they, isn't it? As well as what else? Here, capital S. Right now, I'm not going to teach you about capitals grammatically well, since I have asked you. So here this should be capital S. Now let's come back to the topic. They. So you have replaced my cousins with a new word as they. Why? The reason is that we are going to see the next parts of speech, which is called as your pronouns. Pronouns are words which are used instead of a noun in the sentence. Question is that why do we use pronoun? What is the requirement? The reason is that when you do not want to repeat the same noun which had already occurred in the first part of the sentence or earlier, so in that case children, we use some small word in order to replace any noun or any phrase, okay, a long group of words which is mentioned as phrase, which functions as your noun. So in that case also, when we will use only one word, so which will give us an idea that we are talking about the same noun, a same group of words which is functioning as a noun in the sentence. So that means to avoid the repetition of the noun, we use certain words. So those words are called as your pronouns. Children, you can see your lesson given on page number 30 children. So here it begins with an exercise. There you are expected to fill these blanks with the correct pronouns. So please mark it as homework. So before I have completed my explanation part, I have already told you that this will be a homework. Why? Because you have been studying about pronouns since your lower classes. So that will be too easy for you to solve it. Now let us come back to the next sentence. I want to buy a new video game, but the video game is expensive. Children, if you will observe this sentence carefully, where are you supposed to use or where do you need to do some changes? So, after seeing this sentence, you can easily guess that this part. So, this part is required to be changed. As I told that noun, it cannot be only one word, but it can be collection of words which function as the noun. Okay. Since here, the video game, it is already mentioned in the first part of the sentence. So that is why this is the portion which is needed to be changed. So what should be our answer? Our answer should be, I want to buy a new video game, but it, okay, but it is expensive. So we have replaced it with the small word which is made up of only two letters. Okay, it. So like this way, what have we done? We have, whether the meaning of the sentence, is it changed? No, the meaning of the sentence is not changed, but only we have shortened the size of the sentence by replacing the noun which was already mentioned in the first part of the sentence, okay, with a small group of letters it. So like this way, what a pronoun? So pronouns are such words which are used to stop the repetition of a noun or the collection of words which function as a noun in the sentence. Okay, or any noun phrase which is mentioned as your noun phrase. Here I will term it as noun phrase. Okay. So children, as I have told, exercise A will be your homework. Now I will move to the kinds of pronouns. As you can see given in your book, children, the very first kind which is mentioned is your personal pronouns. Now under this personal pronouns, we are going to study three persons. Who are they? Three person, is it father, mother and the child? No. But here, according to the grammar, personal pronouns are of three kinds. They are named as your first person, second person and third person. Children, here you can see in your book a small box is given. I want you to read that. It says the three persons in grammar are first person, that means the speaker. For example, when you are watching this video, who is speaking? It is me. Okay, so that means I am the speaker. So since I am the speaker, so let me consider as first person. Second person, the listener. Who are the second person? Who at the time of watching this video, who is listening this video? It is you. Okay, maybe at this time, at this moment when you're watching the video, maybe only you alone must be watching this video, or maybe more than one person must be sitting along with you and they must be watching the video. So that means whether the person is single in number or more than one in number. So then also the pronouns which we used as your second person, so they can be your singular as well as plural. I'll tell more. Now what about the third person? As you can see, it says the object, person, being spoken about. When I am the speaker, you are the listener, and when we both are talking to each other, okay, I'm the one who is talking and you were simply listening. So when and definitely when I'm talking, so when I'm talking about somebody else, okay, it can be any person. Now whatever topic I'm talking, so if I'm talking about any person, so that person will come or it will be called as your third person. If I'm talking about any object also, children, so in that case also it will be your third person. So in personal pronouns we have three persons: first person, the speaker; second person, the listener; third person, that person or the object about whom we are talking. That means about we are speaking at that time. Okay, children, now you can see under this heading personal pronoun. Now one very important thing which I should have told you in the beginning classes of English 1, that from class 6 onwards you are not supposed to learn any definitions. Okay, till class 5 in your exam you were asked to write down the definitions, but from class 6 onwards, according to the question paper pattern, you will not learn any definition. Though you are not asked to learn any definition, but still, whenever somebody asks you that what do you understand by this parts of speech, you should be able to define it. Okay, you should be able to tell about it in your own words. Got it? So here, personal pronouns. Now children, here it says they are so called because they refer to the first person, first, second and third persons in the sentence. Note that the word persons here does not always mean people. Okay, very important point. So it doesn't always, it should The person, it should not be always limited to what? To the people. Okay. Like see one example. Actually, many examples are given here. The teacher said. Who is the speaker, children? Teacher. Okay. Today, I will talk to you. Now, when the teacher is referred, so it means that the teacher must be talking to his or her student or students. Okay. So the teacher said, today I will talk to you about vultures and how they are important to us. Children, in this one example, you can see usage of so many pronouns. Here, you can see the very first pronoun is I. Who is I here? I means the teacher, the one who is speaking. This is the first kind of your personal pronoun. That means the first person pronoun. Whereas the next one, children, you. I will talk to you. Now, it is unknown that whether you is singular or plural. Okay, we are not knowing that the teacher is talking or speaking to only one student or more number of students at that time. Okay, so you can be used, it is used for singular as well as for the plural also. Okay, so I will talk to you about vultures. Children, what is the topic? About whom were they talking? So they were talking about vultures. The teacher is speaking, the student is listening. Okay, so they are talking an about an object, that is your vulture. Okay, so children, here they are talking about the vultures, and you can see the teacher says, and how they are important to us. Who is they here? They mean, they here, does it mean that the teacher and the student? No. So they refers to the vultures. Okay, so that means they is such pronoun which comes under your third person. Okay, that means it is used in order to show that it is not the speaker, it is not the listener, but they is used to denote about the third person. About them only somebody is talking. Okay. Now, to important to us. So children, what about us? Us, it is your first person. Us, that means the teacher is speaking. Okay. So us means the teacher includes herself or himself. We don't know about the gender of the teacher, himself or herself, as well as the student or students. Okay. So here us refers to your personal pronoun, and that also first person pronoun. Okay. So in this statement, children, I, you and they are personal pronouns. It is not mentioned about us, but still we should know that us is also one of the kinds of pronouns. Now given below, you can see the next heading. It says personal pronouns as objects. She decided to give them a surprise and arranged a party. They loved the surprise and thanked her for all the fun. So children, here so many pronouns are italicized. So right now we are going to study about the personal pronouns. Okay, the personal pronouns. So I want you to quickly move to the next page. On page number 31, children, you can see a table is given which says about many pronouns which come under your first person, second person and third person. As well as you can see subject pronouns and object pronouns. It is not very difficult, only you have to pay attention. Now, right now I am going to discuss which pronouns are used as subject pronouns and which are used as your object pronouns. So I want you to see that table. Very first thing, in that table you can see the pronouns which are categorized as your first person singular and plural. Okay, second person singular and plural, as well as third person singular and plural. Now here in first person singular and plural, I, me, they are your singular. Second person singular, you. And third person singular, he, she, it, him, her, it. Okay, so that means they refer to only one person, only one in number. Talking about the first person plural, that means we or us, we and us. Second person plural, you. So you is common in all the kinds. Okay, either it is used as same both in singular as well as the plural case. Whereas third person plural, you can see they and them. Okay, now as I have told you, now pay attention to this part. Which pronouns are used as your subject pronouns? Here you can see under your first person children, the subject pronouns are your I, we. Okay? I, we. Now let me explain you with an example. I will write very simple example. For example, I wrote a letter. I wrote a letter. Okay? If I ask you to pick the subject, what will be your answer? It will be I. So here, I wrote a letter. So that means when I am saying I, so that means it stands for the speaker. The speaker is telling about herself, that I am the one who had written the letter. So I wrote a letter. How many? So what is the number of this I? How many person? It is only one person. So that means it is used, I occurs in the subject's position. Okay. So this act like subject. So this pronoun, since it is placed at the subject position, so that is why this first person singular pronoun will function as your subject pronoun or subjective pronoun. Now, if instead of I, if I replace this I with we wrote a letter. So now this time more than one person, suppose along with me some other teacher is also standing. Okay, so together we have written a letter. So that means together we are saying we wrote a letter. So in that case children, we, which is your first person pronoun, but it will be plural in number. So we will consider as your, it will be your subject pronoun. Okay. Now moving to the next kind. You wrote a letter. You wrote a letter. So you, that means only one person, that is you. It's not me. I'm telling to the listener that you wrote a letter. Okay. So that means you means only one. So it has occurred in the subject's place. So for this reason, this you will be your subject pronoun. And which person? Second person singular. Now suppose you, when I am saying you wrote a letter. So suppose children, if there are more than one person at this time, so that means many people together they have written a letter. Okay, so that means again here you, which is your this second person, so it will be your second person plural pronoun, which will function as your subject pronoun. Okay, now let me replace it with the other third person singular pronoun. I can say he wrote a letter or she wrote a letter. So this will be your third person pronouns but singular. Okay. Will I have to say it wrote a letter? No, I can't say that. Okay, because it will be used for the neuter gender, not for the masculine gender or not for your feminine gender. Okay. Now, so since it has occurred in the subject position, so for this reason it is your what? It is your subject pronoun. Talking about it, children, so like here, I want to buy a new video game, but it is expensive. So children, here it is functioning like your subject pronoun. Why? Because if you divide the sentence into two parts, the video game is expensive. For example, this is a separate part. So in that case, children, here you cannot use he, she, but you will replace this part with it, the neuter one. Okay, since the video game is only one in number, so we have to say it only. Got it? Now moving to the object pronouns. For example, children, Hari wrote a letter. So here Hari wrote. Now let me mention that Hari had written this letter to whom? Hari wrote me a letter. So that means Hari has written a letter to whom? To me. And who is this me? Am I more than one in number? No, I am only one in number. So in this case, children, we have to use the first person singular pronoun, that will be your me. That will be referred as me. If instead of one person, if along with me somebody else would have been, okay, so in that case Hari wrote us a letter. So that means here us is the receiver of the action. Okay, so it stands in the object's position. Hari wrote to whom? Okay, so you get to whom when you ask this question, so you get the answer us. That means now more than one person is there. So this is your first person plural pronoun in the object's place. Talking about your second person object pronoun, Hari wrote you a letter. So you can be only one in number, or you can be more than one person in number. So you will be used as same for both singular and plural form. Okay. So you, here it functions as your object pronoun. Got it? Now let me replace it with the third person. So children, in third person, Hari wrote, suppose to his friend, him. Hari wrote him. Hari wrote him. Not to me, not to you, but to him, the third person. Third person of masculine gender, that is also one in number. So here this will be your third person singular pronoun which functions as your object pronoun. Okay. Now instead of him, now Hari wrote her. Hari wrote her. Okay. So Hari wrote her a letter. Again, third person singular pronoun which functions as your object pronoun. Now Hari wrote it a letter, we can't say, but let me, Hari broke it. Okay, Hari broke it. Suppose a vase is kept and Hari broke it. So in that case, children, it will be used in the object's position. Okay, and it can be used as for your singular as well as yes, object pronoun singular. Okay. Now talking about the third person plural, Hari wrote them. Hari wrote them a letter. That means not to me, not to you, but more than one person that side or this side. Anyway, okay. So in that case, this them will function as your third person plural pronoun used as your object pronoun. Okay. So children, I hope I made the things very clear to you along with this example. The example was quite this easy. Suppose if still you are unable to understand, do replay this video, go through the points which I have discussed and try to listen it once, twice, thrice so that the things may be more clear to you. Okay, and tomorrow I'll be continuing with the explanation of the next part of the topics. So let's meet tomorrow. Till then, take care.